All right, most of you probably know who Jazmine Tan is by now. I made a video on her a while back. And honestly, I thought that would be the last time I'd ever talk about her, but I've been seeing her name pop up again.
School. She's 21. Why does she look like a mother of two? Like a mother of two who? Why does she look like a mother of two who responsibly files her goddamn taxes every year?
And not for the same stuff as before, not the apology video, not the rants, tearing down half the population. This time it's for a different flavor of chaos. So yeah, I looked into what she's been posting lately, and oh boy, she might be worse than ever. Let's talk about it. So Jazmine's still in school. She's 21, and no offense, but why does she look like she's already divorced and on her second mortgage, like a mom of two who files her taxes early and volunteers for PTA bake sales? But let's stay focused. She used to be known for giving girl advice, confidence tips, feminine energy talk, beauty hacks, girly pop content, that whole vibe. But she also got canceled pretty hard for just tearing into people, like both men and women. A lot of her takes were less empowerment and more everyone sucks but me. And when she did apologize, it was one of those, I take accountability, but you misunderstood me kind of things. We hoped she'd improve. Spoiler, she didn't. So let's start with the now viral video where she says, go where you're a 10.
Okay, I don't know if this is gonna make me sound shallow, but I just really have to say it. The simplest advice I would give to someone who's thinking of relocating or moving abroad is go where you are a 10.
Okay. I get what she's trying to say. Like, sure, surround yourself with people who appreciate you. But the way she frames it, it's not just about feeling valued. It's about being objectively hotter than everyone else.
Babe, if I were to move to LA or Miami or New York, have you seen how Gorgina everyone looks? It's giving blonde, blue eyes.
If I moved to LA, I'd be competing with BBLs and generational wealth, but in Asia...
BBL package and generational wealth. And listen, I am a confident girly, but I know my limits. I wasn't born to compete with Instagram filters in real life. Now you know where I always feel like a 10? Obviously, Asia.
I'm a 10. Like, girl, come on. It just sounds so off. And I'm not going to throw words around like colorism or classism here, but it's not a great look, especially when you're basically saying that in certain places you're hotter by default because of how the people look or act there. Can we not reduce entire regions to beauty scores? Then there's the video where she breaks up with her boyfriend on Valentine's Day, like, because he didn't plan
anything. The rumors are true. Your girl is back on the dating market and she's gonna be an absolute menace to society, yeah. So get ready with me for a yacht party while I spill all the tea on my breakup. So I was in a 2-year relationship and baby, I got love bombed. Week 2 of dating, this man flew me to Perth, bought me a golf set, diamonds, flowers every single week without fail.
When I watch this, does anyone else feel like they'd be kind of uncomfortable if someone just gave you all this stuff early on? Or is it, I don't know, I just feel like I'd be uncomfortable if they were like draining their wallet. But anyway, let's see what she has to say.
And I was like, oh my god, finally, a man who's within my league. A man who finally understands the vibe. Hey, he a man. But then the plot fizzled because the effort started going 2 years later on Valentine's Day, this man did not plan a single thing. He had the audacity to just take me to a random hot pot place. I literally sat there and looked at him dead in the eyes and was like, boy, is this a prank show? Be for real, babes. Where are the cameras?
This sounds really, really sweet, but does anyone else ever feel like if you're in a relationship, and this is just me personally, nothing against her, this is just a personal thought I had when I watched this, does anyone else feel like they'd be kind of uncomfortable if someone just gave you all this stuff early on? Or is it, I don't know, I just feel like I'd be uncomfortable if they were like draining their wallet. But anyway, let's see what she has to say.
I am absolutely aware of what I bring to the table. And I am absolutely disgusted by lack of effort and inconsistency. So yes, I ended it on February 14th.
She literally says, he flew me to Paris, bought me a golf set, sent flowers every week, and then he just took me to a random hot place on Valentine's Day and didn't even plan it. Okay, I get being upset if someone stops putting in effort, that's fair. But girl, you ended a 2-year relationship over one mid-Valentine's Day. Like, was he rude to you? Distant? Cruel? Or was the restaurant just not aesthetic enough? We don't know. But from her version of events, it sounds like this was mostly about stuff. No talk about emotional connection. Just, he gave me fewer gifts this month. Goodbye. It's giving main character complex, and not in a cute way.
Baby girl, today I want to let you into what have been pissing me off on the internet lately. Girl, listen, I am so over this is my kind of clubbing. This is my type of clubbing. In a world of clubbing, I'd rather go to Pilates. I am sorry, but it's low-key giving pick me ass. Stop. Like, yes, Pilates at 10 a.m. Sure. We love, we slay, we strengthen, we lengthen. But at 1 a.m., I would also love to be absolutely feral in a dark room with flashing lights and
Maybe they're not being pick-me, maybe they just don't have time for something like that and they want to focus on Pilates. I don't understand. Maybe I'm taking it too far, and I know there's going to be people in my comment section complaining, oh, you're taking it too seriously, blah, blah, blah. But you got to remember that she's literally making advice for young girls. Like, this is, a lot of girls go to this channel for advice. I see comments all the time thanking her for advice and begging her for advice on different things. So they take what she says seriously. And I just don't think it's very pick-me to not prefer to go clubbing at night. She does have a mindset kind of where the world revolves around her, and we're going to watch a clip soon. But she's aware of this, and she's not really ashamed. She's literally preaching to girls to do this, to think the world revolves around them, because that's going to make them more confident, and that will mean that more boys like them, and everyone will like them. It's just kind of, that's not really, those are what influencers are kind of known for, thinking the world revolves around them, and sure, it can give you confidence, but it's not really the best way to, exist. It's not really the best way to perceive the world, that it revolves around you, because it really doesn't.
the funnest things I personally do, and I deadass encourage everyone else to do, is to pretend that everyone's in love with you on a daily basis. That's right, pretend that everyone is always fully intoxicated and cannot get enough of you. Example, someone's talking to you way too much. Duh, it's because they're so obviously in love with you, babes. Someone's not talking to you at all. They're probably secretly in love with you and is too shy to admit it. Someone views your Instagram story, oh my god, they are absolutely obsessed with you. Someone doesn't view your Instagram story, they're trying to stop thinking about you because they're so scared of falling in love with you.
Here's the part that really kills me. She tells her followers, pretend everyone is secretly in love with you. If they don't talk to you, they're shy. If they view your Instagram story, they're obsessed. If they don't view it, they're avoiding falling in love with you. Like, what? That's not confidence. That's delusion on a reality TV level. If I start walking around assuming every person is in love with me, I'm going to get hit with a restraining order by next Tuesday. And she's not joking. She calls this delusional confidence and frames it as the ultimate secret to being irresistible. No, Jazmine, that's the secret to becoming insufferable. People will not be obsessed with you. They will be annoyed and maybe block you. Then she drops this. If you don't have haters, you're playing it too safe. You were born to disrupt, not to be liked, to let them choke on your spice.
Girl, if you don't have a single hater on your comments or your DMs, then I'm sorry to be the one to break this to you, but you're playing it way too safe. If your content doesn't make someone completely roll their eyes and mutter, ew, who the fuck does she think she is? Then baby girl, you are posting to be liked, not to be felt. Period. And you weren't born to be liked, you were born to disrupt, to be felt, to be the inspo, to be the villain, to be the muse, to be absolutely impossible to ignore. If all your posts is just cute and aesthetic, and I say this with love, you are still shrinking yourself. Still watering yourself down to be easier to swallow. When baby girl, I think you should turn up the flavor, add more spice, and let them choke.
Okay, that's cute for a t-shirt or a tweet. But let's be real, you're not getting hate because you're too spicy. You're getting hate because you said things like, your face card will save his bloodline. This isn't deep. It's just narcissism dressed up in pink and filters. This one might be the worst of them all. She literally said, isn't the goal to be out of touch? To be disconnected from the struggles of everyday people? I used to cry over rent. Now I'm rich. Thank God I'm not that girl anymore. This is wild, yes. No one wants to struggle, but acting like being out of touch is some kind of win, That's the exact thing that makes influencers unbearable.
Pop, you are no longer relatable. Girl, you are so out of touch now.
Baby girl, isn't that the reason that we're working so hard? Isn't that the freaking end goal? To be at a point where you're detached and disconnected from the struggles of everyday people? I have done the work. I have put in the hours. I've been in touch with reality. Like excruciatingly in such.
Oh, but 2 years ago, Jazzy was so grounded, so humble, so relatable.
Yeah, girl, but she also only had $50 in her bank account. And she cries every time her rent was due. Thank God I no longer relate to her. Thank God I no longer identify as her.
We want to see people succeed, but we also want you to remember what it's like to be broke, stressed, and human. Being out of touch isn't goals. It's just obnoxious.
Listen, if my man is broke, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't choose him because he would not have chosen me if I was ugly. Girly Pop, your face card can literally rebrand his whole entire bloodline. And I just don't think that that should come for free. The moment I say I do, his entire lineage saved. Cause bam, a house full of kids with amazing jawlines. Period. No tampon. Have a blessed day. Okay, I love you. If you feel like life has been dry, dull, and low-key giving beige, you are not the only one. Do not worry, you are not depressed, honey. You just forgot how to flirt with life.
Smile at everyone as if you know all their secrets.
Now, I'm not going to pretend she never gives good advice. Sometimes she hits. Like when she said, stop deleting your videos if they flop. That's just a private screening. Own your flop era. Keep posting. Honestly, true. I've deleted so many videos I spent hours on just because they didn't perform. And that's dumb. I should stop doing that. So I'll give her that one. She's not always wrong. So, final thoughts. Jazmine isn't a terrible person. She's not evil. But she is the perfect example of how confidence advice can go way too far. It starts as love yourself and ends as assume every man you see wants to marry you and your face card can save the family tree. That's not self-love. That's ego overload. She's got potential, like real charisma, a strong brand, and clearly a huge audience, but until she stops turning basic advice into influencer delusions, I don't know how anyone's supposed to take her seriously. Anyway, that's it from me. Let me know what you think. Did she actually get worse? Or are we just being too picky? Drop a comment, leave a like, and if you made it this far, you're legally required to subscribe. I don't make the rules. See you in